In this video I'm going to be talking all about the metal camera we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking a bit about the history and how a weapon like this may have come into martial arts training, who uses it, and at the end I'm going to put together a short montage of people training with camera. Hi, my name is Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 34 years and the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 17 years. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the metal camera we have for sale at Enso. So this style of weapon nowadays mainly falls into the Japanese Kubudo style weapons or the Okinawan weapons. And it's seen as being like a farming tool that's then come into martial arts through certain reasons. Now, it isn't strictly speaking an Okinawan weapon like exclusively. This type of weapon exists all over the world, and kind of any farming type community is very likely to have a weapon similar to this. Now, it's simply just a bladed like metal like knife effectively, or curved blade on a stick. So, and it's used for all kinds of things. So I guess in Asia it'd be mainly like cutting rice plants, cutting plants, but you would see like small size that are used for cutting wheat and like certain harvesting like tools all over the world. Very, very useful, and almost certainly would have evolved separately from each other in all kinds of different places. Nowadays though, this is almost certainly a Japanese weapon, and within martial arts they're pretty much only known for existing within Japanese martial arts. Now, I'm sure they do pop up in Chinese martial arts and sort of Southeast Asia and all the rest of it, but really if you're going to look at camera, training with camera, pretty much it's a Japanese weapon. So let's have a look at some of the features of this particular camera. So you've got an oak shaft which is relatively long, I'll give you all the dimensions in a minute, and you've got a relatively simple blade on the end which is painted black, and it's just a flat sheet that's sort of set into the stick. So pretty simple style weapon, and it's easy to see why these would have existed in loads of different places because it is such a simple weapon to make and maintain. With metal camera in the martial arts world, you do get some variations, and we are constantly getting different types of metal camera. It seems to be that some of the weapons in the martial arts world are very, very consistent, and others just are constantly changing. It's probably to do with supply, availability, different factories making them. I'm sure that's what it is. But yeah, you do get variations in metal camera. Now, sometimes these are a much darker wood, but they're pretty much the same. Still the sheet of metal, you know, painted black with a different shaft. Now this one is slightly tapered out on the end, but it looks like it slightly tapers all the way down, but you do get ones that are just completely like straight and there's no deviation in them whatsoever, and like I said, much darker color. Now in terms of these, the blades, some of them you do almost get like a metal cap that sits on the end of the wood, and then you get like, it's still nearly always just a bit of sheet metal, but sometimes you get them with holes all the way through. You could say for lightness, but you know, it's just a design, like a way of designing it, and rather than painted you do get chromed ones. Now it's almost interchangeable in terms of supply. Like you can order exactly the same weapons from wholesalers, and like these ones will come through, or the different ones with the holes through will come on. It changes all the time. So we will do our absolute best to keep the website up to date. So we'll change the pictures if the stock changes, and yeah, but just to let you know, it's exactly the same weapon, you train with it exactly the same way, but the stock might vary just a little bit. So even though you're watching this video, it might be that the product pictures are slightly different. So who would train with this? What styles? Say if you wanted to go and learn this weapon, what class could you go to? Well, the Okinawan weapons aren't used that much in standard martial arts classes. Now the most obvious one to go to would be a karate class, but you know, karate is known for being an empty hand system, so there's not many people that bolt on, although there are some bolt on weapons into the class. Now the best bet is finding a Okinawan style of karate, say Goju-ryu, and it's very likely that they will add in weapons as they go. So a weapon like this is almost certainly going to appear at some point, but the karate guys do kind of wait till you're relatively advanced until they get you onto weapons. Tends to be sort of as part of the black belt syllabus moving up through the dan grades. So yeah, something like this in karate would be relatively advanced. If you did want to learn it outside of that, you know, it's probably, if you can find an instructor that will teach you private lessons, or it's just going to have to be learning off YouTube and just the internet in general. It's probably the best route to training with these. So just give you an idea of the dimensions of this particular kama. In terms of the length of it, it comes in at 18 inches or around 46 centimeters. Now, like I said, as the kamas change in like sort of options of how they're designed, the dimensions will change as well. So we'll update the website if this product changes. In terms of the blade length, it comes in around 6 inches or 15 centimeters. So at Enso Martial Arts, we like to think we've got a pretty good selection of Japanese Kubudo style weapons. So as well as the metal kama, we also have red oak and black oak kama, red oak and black oak tonfa, red oak and white oak hanbo. Pretty good selection of bow staffs and jo staffs, including the tapered red oak bow staff. 22 different types of nunchucks, including the very traditional wooden octagonal chucks. So as promised at the beginning of the video, here is a short montage of people training with kama. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the metal camo we have for sale at Enso. If you like this video, click the little icon and subscribe to this channel. Get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!